it's not so good. Okay, ayan. Guys, bakit ganun? Wow, nag-rant. O sige, let's start na nga agad-agad. First question. What type of microtome should be used for celoidin impregnated samples? Guys, di ba nga meron tayong palatandaan, si celoidin katunog ni sliding. Okay, celoidin, sliding, celoidin, sliding. Alin nga ba sa choices ang sliding microtome? So, ang choices natin, freezing microtome, base ledge microtome, rotary microtome, and or your cryostat. Si cryostat ba sliding? No. Rotary sliding ba? Hindi. Si freezing sliding ba siya? Hindi. So, ang sagot, si base ledge microtome. Okay? Ayan. Next, ito. Itong question na to, grabe, grabe. In-expect ko, sorry, nag-expect din kasi ako. So, in-expect ko kasi 100% masasagot tong tanong na to. Pero, hindi. Ayun. So, okay, the question is, this mounting media is extracted from Abus balsamea. Okay? Abus balsamea, and then your choices are Eosin, Canada balsam, DPX, or hematoxylin. Okay. Abus balsamea. Okay? So, ang sagot, Canada balsam. Okay po tayo doon. Ayun. Next question. Use of this embedding medium does not provide good support. Thus, it is recommended to perform double embedding. And then your choices are agar gel, gelatin, paraffin wax, or your epoxy resin. If I'm not mistaken, karamihan sumagot dito paraffin wax. Guys, ang paraffin wax ba hindi nagpro-provide ng good support? It provides good support, di ba? Kaya nga paraffin wax ang most commonly used embedding medium. Okay, so tanggalin nyo na dyan si paraffin wax. Actually guys, this question I got from the book of Day, D-E-Y. Okay, so kung meron kayong book, libro ni Day, D-E-Y, punta po kayo sa chapter chapter. Chapter 3.1 under embedding media. Andun po nakalagay si agar gel, which is uh, it does not provide a good support daw. So, kapag gagamit ka ng agar gel, kailangan mo mag double embedding. Okay? Ayun. Okay. Next question. Ito, what component of Gilson's mixture prevents the user from using alcohol solutions? Okay, so this question, guess what? I got from Gregorios. So, punta kayo sa page 202 if you're using the PDF file under dry celoidin method. Okay, makikita nyo doon. Si Gilson's mixture, it is composed of cedarwood oil and chloroform. Ngayon, ang tanong, alin daw sa kanila yung nagpre-prevent gumamit ng alcohol solutions? The answer there is cedarwood oil. Bakit? Guys, si cedarwood oil kasi, it is miscible in alcohol solutions. Okay? So, pag merong mixture si Gilson, so pag may component si Gilson's mixture ng cedarwood oil, which is miscible sa alcohol, gagamit ka ba ng alcohol? Di ba hindi? Ayun. So, ang answer po dito, cedarwood oil. Okay? Ayan. Next question. This is a type of automatic processing wherein the processor is completely closed and the container is periodically filled with a particular fluid. And then your choices are tissue transfer processor, fluid transfer processor, microwave tissue processor, or your Sakura Rapid processor. Okay guys, nasa question na po mismo yung clue word nyo. The container is periodically filled with a particular fluid. So malamang yung fluid yung lumilipat-lipat, hindi yung container or yung tissue. So ang sagot po dito is your fluid transfer processor. Okay? Ayun. Si tissue transfer processor, guys, um, yung nagta-transfer doon, yung bucket filled with your tissues. Okay? Yun yung lumilipat-lipat per solution. Pero in this case, yung yung container daw is periodically filled with a particular fluid. So ang sagot, fluid transfer processor. Ayan. Okay? So hindi ko alam kung alay ba ang HP or siguro dahil pagod na kayo kasi last subject, nakaka-drain ng utak, hindi na pansin yung mga clue words sa question. Ayan. So, next question agad. Next question. This method of celoidine is okay for bones. It's okay daw for bones. And then your choices are dry celoidine, wet celoidine, both, or none of the choices. Guys, 'di ba ang dry celoidine para lang siya sa whole sections, whole eye sections. Okay, so pag whole eye sections na si dry celoidine, malamang sa malamang si wet celoidine ang para kay bones. Okay po? Ayun. So if you want to read on this, hindi pala if you want. You should read on this on which book? Guess. Gregorius, page 201. Okay? Ayun. Puro naman po pala Gregorius. Next question. This is the most commonly used adhesive. Majority answered poly-L-lysine. By the way, your choices are poly-L-lysine, APES, Meyer's albumin, or your gelatin. Okay? So, hati ang sagot dito. Kalahati, hindi naman kalahati. Siguro majority ng kalahati nagsagot ng Meyer's. Okay? Karamihan ang sinagot poly-L-lysine. So, alin nga ba sa kanilang dalawa? Okay? Guys, pag commonly used adhesive, Meyer's albumin agad. Okay? Pero pag ang tanong, most commonly used adhesive for immunohistochemistry, doon papasok si poly-L-lysine. Naintindihan po? Okay. Next. Ito, nakaka-ano din. Sorry, pero nakaka-disappoint. Okay? Majority ang sagot. Wait, yung question pala muna. Ayan. Okay, question. What is the most common dehydrating agent? Pinaka-common daw na dehydrating agent. And then your choices are dioxane, Cellusolve, alcohol, or acetone. Okay? Na-disappoint ako kasi mas maraming nagsagot ng acetone. Guys, nung nag-tissue processing ba tayo, acetone ang ginamit natin ng dehydration? Di po ba alcohol? 70%, 80%, 95%, 100%. Okay? Yon. So, pag ang tanong, the most common dehydrating agent, alcohol na agad ang isipin. Okay po? Malinaw po tayo doon. Hindi na magkakamali ulit. Hindi na dapat. Okay? Next. Ito, question na to. Sir Neil was given a paraffin wax with a melting point of 100 degrees Celsius and a paraffin oven that can only heat up to 80 degrees Celsius. What can he do to lower the melting point of the wax? Okay, and then your choices are add 0.5% ceresin, add stearic acid, add phenanthrene, or order new paraffin wax with a lower melting point on Shopee. Okay? Yan. So guys, if you are not aware, we can do modifications to our paraffin wax. So tatlo ang most common na ginagamit natin to modify our paraffin wax. Yung una, si 0.5% ceresin, it is used to improve the adhesiveness of your paraffin wax to the glass slides and to the tissue. Okay? So 0.5 ceresin improves adhesiveness. Okay? Next, si stearic acid, it increases the hardness of your paraffin wax. Okay? Ito, applicable siya kapag matitigas yung samples nyo. Kunwari, nakapag-decalcification na kayo, pero matigas pa rin yung sample. The best way you can use is to use ano tawag doon? Hard paraffin wax. Meron tayong mga matitigas na paraffin wax. Okay? Pero pag wala, we can modify our paraffin wax. We can add stearic acid to increase the hardness of our wax para ma-complement niya yung tigas nung tissue na gusto nyong i-cut. Okay? Next, add phenanthrene. Yung phenanthrene, ito yung idadagdag natin sa paraffin wax to reduce the melting point of your paraffin wax. Okay? So yun po yung sagot. You add phenanthrene. Next, when attempting to reuse a paraffin wax, what should be done prior to using it? Your choices are filter the wax, perform steam distillation, heat the wax to 103 degrees Celsius, or do not reuse. Do not reuse. Use new wax instead. Okay, yun yung choices. Ayan. So 43 answered filter the wax. Okay, while 23 answered heat the wax to a temperature of 103 degrees Celsius. So ano nga ba ang tamang sagot sa dalawang to? Okay? Ayan. So guys, remember, if you are using your wax, nagkakaroon ng water sa loob ng wax na yon. Okay? Hindi niya maiwasan ma-mix siya ng water. So, pag gagamit ka pa ng wax ulit, kailangan mo siyang kailangan mo siyang i-heat to a certain temperature. Ang sabi ni Gregorius, you have to heat it to 100 100 to 105 degrees Celsius to remove the water mixed inside your paraffin wax. Okay? Yan. So, you can read more on this on page 198 under practical considerations when using your paraffin wax. Okay? Ayan. Next, if epon is based on glycerol, then spur is based on what? Your choices are bisphenol S, cyclohexane, cyclohexene dioxide, or your bisphenol A. Okay? So dito, kalat yung sagot. 12 answered bisphenol S, 26 answered cyclohexane, 34 answered cyclohexane dioxide, while 24 answered bisphenol A. Okay, let's break it down. Guys, di ba si epon for glycerol? Si spur, ang palatandaan ko dito is, di ba pag cyclone, ikot-ikot? Okay? Si spur, katunog ni spin, spin, spur, spin, spur. Okay, parang hindi, pero parang ganun na nga, spur. Spur, cyclohexane dioxide. Okay? Basta kayo ng bahala gumawa ng sarili nyong palatandaan. Pero ganun na ngayon. Okay? Di bale, tatlo lang naman guys kasi yung plastic embedding. We have your epon-based, cyclohexane dioxide based, or your bisphenol A based. Okay? So wala po tayong bisphenol S at saka cyclohexane. Wala po yung dalawang yun. Panggulo lang yun. Okay? So, si bisphenol A, yung A na yon short for araldite. Or A, palatandaan nyo for araldite. So, pag ang tanong, if epon is based on glycerol, then araldite is based on bisphenol A. Yun yung sagot. Okay? Pero on this case, spur is based on what daw? So, ang sagot, cyclohexene dioxide. Okay? Ayan. You can read more on this, or you should read more on this on Gregorius page 207 under plastic embedding. Okay? Ayan. Next, the most common example of anionic dye. Guys, ano nga ba ang anionic dye? 'Di ba acid? Okay, acid. Pag cationic dyes naman, those are your basic dyes. Okay? So the choices, ethyl green, eosin, Alcian blue, or methyl green. Oh, sino ba dyan sa kanila yung acidic? Di po ba si eosin? Eosin ang sagot. Okay? Most common example of an ionic dye or acidic dye, that is your eosin. Okay? Ayun. Next question. The following are the ideal infiltrating medium except. And then your choices are homogeneous and stable, should retain elasticity properties, should be transparent, should be miscible with alcohol, or none of the above. Okay, ayan. Let's break this down. Ano daw yung ideal infiltrating medium natin? Ano nga ba ang infiltrating medium? Hindi po ba paraffin wax? Okay. Ngayon, except daw sa choices. Homogeneous and stable daw dapat. Next is, it should retain the elasticity properties daw dapat. And then, dapat daw kapag ano siya, transparent. Okay? Majority answered none of the above. Okay? 41. While 36 answered miscible with alcohol. Guys, 'di ba pag infiltration, ano yung naunang step before infiltration? Di po ba clearing? 'Di ba? FDDs yet small. CI, clearing. Anong ginamit natin sa clearing? Di po ba silane? Oh, so pag gagamit ka ng infiltrating medium, dapat miscible siya with silane. Okay? Ayun. Yung miscible with alcohol, si silane yun, which is a clearing agent. Okay? Yun. Medyo nalito siguro, ganun. Or tinamad mag-rationalize. Well, it's okay. Exam 1 pa lang naman. Meron pa tayong 3. Ayun. Yun lang pag magbabasa pa rin kayo sa Huy! Next question, Nakit Day. Okay, next. The general rule of temperature during infiltration is. Okay, the general rule of temperature during infiltration daw. And then your choices are 15 degrees Celsius higher than the melting point of wax, 2 to 5 degrees Celsius lower than the melting point of wax, 15 degrees Celsius lower than the melting point of wax, or 2 to 3 degrees Celsius higher than the melting point of wax. Siguro yung iba dito, medyo nalito, hindi na nag-rationalize, masyado mahaba. So let's break it down. Ano daw ang general rule when it comes to the temperature during infiltration?